Hello and welcome back to another episode of our TV show. We're here again today joined by Lucy Ann Hayes-Logan from Tusal Bajadas, an expert in all things bureaucracy and legal paperwork related in Spain. Well, welcome back, Lucy. Lucy's been giving us some updates on the process of buying a property in Spain, the legal implications, what needs to be checked and make sure everything's correct and safe. But there are quite often things that come out of nowhere almost that surprise people with the way things are done in Spain. And one of those is the retention if the buyer or the seller are non-residents in Spain. So could you just give us a quick overview for our viewers about that?
This is kind of a strange situation because I've even found people who are residents here in Spain, it's as if they've never done a tax declaration. They're not fiscal residents,
Yes.
which is what we're actually looking for.
Okay.
Normally, if you are an international member of the community and you're selling your house, you would normally be paying taxes in Spain and then it would proceed as normal. It's always recommended to go to your tax office and to get a certificate that proves you're a taxpayer in Spain, which is no problem. It's really easy to get. You just get an appointment, pop in, and it's quite quick.
Yeah.
But in some cases, you need to pop in to get a certificate that proves that you're not a tax resident out here in Spain, and that's when we see a 3% retention.
Okay.
It's quite important that this is included in the contract and that both parties know what needs to be done.
Yes.
Because obviously this needs to be kept
Yes.
by the buyer.
So in effect, the buyer is going to be retaining some money to pay the tax on behalf of the seller.
It doesn't mean you get 3% off your property.
No, no.
It's definitely not a discount. What it just means is that 3% you're going to pay in tax in the name of the person who's selling the house.
Yeah.
Because they're not a tax resident in Spain. So you pay their tax, they can claim this money back. Normally it can take a while because it has to go through the tax office, and also the tax office has to decide if they actually owe you anything back or if you owe them.
Yes.
So in some cases it might not be worth claiming it back, however legally you could kind of insist that it's probably best to try it. So that's when that 3% retention comes forward. The buyer actually keeps 3% back and then they will pay it in taxes. There's a different modelo that's issued, which is just a tax form, and you will pay that normally the same day that you pay your property tax. You can pay it on a different day, but it does need to get paid.
Yeah. So it's something to be very aware of if you're selling a property and you are not a fiscal tax resident, that there may be a 3% retention held from the purchase price, which is paid by the buyer to the tax office as part of the taxes you might need to pay. But if you don't need to pay any, you can claim it back.
Exactly.
Great.
Exactly. And also this is for anybody who is not from resident in Spain, tax resident. So for example, we've had cases of people in Andorra and things like that.
Yes.
So as much as we consider them Spanish, maybe.
They're not tax resident
in Spain. So it's often important just to pop down to the tax office and check what your status is to know if that needs to happen.
Great.
Now, a good representative will do that on your behalf.
Of course. So that's great. Well, hopefully that's cleared up a bit of that question about what is this 3% retention, because I know it does confuse some people. And you know, it's not about being a resident; it's about being a tax resident, which some people seem to have fallen through a sort of a loophole there somewhere. Okay, well, if you have any other questions about that, don't hesitate to make a note in the comments below or send us a message, and we will be happy to help you with some free advice on the best thing to do regarding retentions when it comes to buying a property. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye for now.